With a lot of anticipation that was built up for Far From Home and them using Norman Osborn and possibly building up the Green Goblin for the future, that didn't happen in Far From Home. But now we're hearing that this was a behind-the-scenes sort of struggle between two companies that ultimately kind of ended up not playing out. So for those of you that are aware, yes, Spider-Man is in the MCU. Yes, Kevin Feige and team is coming up with the costumes, the villains, the story, and everything, but Sony holds the rights to Spider-Man, and they're the ones that are paying to produce everything. At the same time, Sony's over there making their own universe in relation to Venom, Morbius, and other things that are in development, including TV shows. At one point, Norman Osborn and certain characters were all going to be appearing in another film, and that doesn't seem to be moving forward for all we know. Then it was heavily rumored that Norman Osborn is coming to the MCU. Obviously that didn't happen, but now we're hearing that it came down to a contract war, a contract dispute. The two sides, Disney, Marvel Studios, and Sony, could not come to an agreement on what to do with Norman Osborn in time to be able to use him. And apparently Sony still had ideas to be able to use him in one of their standalone films. Now obviously, while we don't know if there's any truth to this, it would make a whole lot of sense. You know, Sony's not comfortable with giving up all of their characters to the MCU, because the moment they give up a character, it's not like they can use it in their own universe. At the same time, Sony's gotta hold on to their IPs. You know, they're not in the business of giving everything to Marvel Studios, and Marvel Studios just taking that to make money. It just doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Norman Osborn would clearly be a huge part of the MCU future going forward, so now you start to see the pieces fall into place. And obviously, he's still not directly out of the question. We're hearing mumblings that he could be coming down the road, maybe even in another film, but for right now it just seems like that they haven't figured that out yet. And honestly, it's contracts, it's suits, it's how it goes. If they want it to happen, they'll figure it out, because they figured out how to put Spider-Man into the MCU, so this is just another easier step. But it's all about a give and take between the two, so they gotta sit down and talk it out.